Hey, what's up YouTube? Houston here. For those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell. And for those of you that's been following me and supporting me, salute. And for my favorite patrons, always double salute. Now, today's video, we're actually going to be talking about a video that a YouTuber made, and he was talking about the worst banks. His name is Graham Stevens. And one of the things that I do agree with him on, that these major banks he was talking about, Chase, Capital One, Citibank, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, these 5 banks, they are the worst banks. And the reason they are because they charge you so many fees, right? And I agree with him, all right? He's 100% correct on that. Here's the thing about it. These banks, they're also the gatekeepers for business credit, okay? So whether you want to do business with them or not do business with them, the reality is they're the gatekeepers, okay? And the reason that they're the gatekeepers is because they report to the business credit bureaus in order to help you get business funding. Now, when he was referencing them, it's because on the personal side, they charge you all of these hidden fees for your account and stuff like that. And there are better banks and credit unions out there to accommodate you. However, those other banks and credit unions that are out there, they do not report to the Business Credit Bureau, especially as an entrepreneur and when you're trying to get funding. All right, and so I wanted to just break down in terms of each of these banks that he talked about, and so why you still need to do business with them, although they are the worst banks out there. Okay, let's talk about Chase. Now, with Chase, they report to Equifax, Experian, Small Business Financial Exchange, and that information carries over to Dun Bradstreet. Okay, so when you're trying to get business credit funding, most of these major banks, where are they going to look? They're going to look at your business credit file. Even like if you're trying to get an SBA loan, you know what they're going to look at? They're going to look at your business credit file. They're going to see if you have a Small Business Financial Exchange file open, and they're going to more likely look at your Experian business credit file. Okay, so that's just one bank. So let's look at let's just take Capital One. Okay, Capital One reports to Experian, Dun Bradstreet, Small Business Financial Exchange. All right, now let me back up right quick. So with Chase, so that you all know, Chase Bank, they use FICO 8 bank cards when you're trying to get business credit cards. Okay, they use FICO 8. They usually pull your Experian and your TransUnion. All right, so that way you know why in terms of what system these banks are using in order to even qualify you not only for personal credit cards but for business credit cards. All right, now understanding that with Chase, they're not going to, any business credit card that you approve with them, that business activity will not report on the personal side. So if they give you a $10,000 business credit card, like the Chase Inc. business credit card, then that Chase Inc. business credit card, if you max it out but you continue making payments, it's not going to affect your personal credit. Okay, it's only on the business side. All right, now going back to Capital One. Now with Capital One, we saying that they report to Experian, Dun Bradstreet, Small Business Financial Exchange. Now with Capital One, and this is also added to Chase as well, when you have one of their accounts, they give you a free credit report, right? And most of the time it's a TransUnion Vantage score. But again, I just stated that they pull FICO 8 bank card. Capital One pulls FICO 8 bank card. Now Capital One, when they give you a business credit card, sorry about that guys. Now with Capital One, when they give you a business credit card, okay, they're going to pull your Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Now can you lock up one or two of those files? Absolutely. Okay, but here's the thing about it in terms of when you're qualifying, they're pulling your FICO 8, all right, so that you understand. Now again, Capital One, I always talk to people about the best credit card to get from them is their Spark Business, the gold card, because all you need is a 580 credit score to qualify for that card. Okay, so if you're trying to build up your business credit and you have a low credit score, you want to get that card. All right, now let's talk about Citibank. Now with Citibank, They use Experian, Equifax, Small Business Exchange, Dun Bradstreet. Now, again, they use FICO 8. They pull your Experian. Okay. Sometimes Citibank may pull your Equifax as well. All right. But most of the time, they will also pull your Experian. Now, here's the thing about it that you have to understand with Citibank. Like, they issue like the Home Depot card, and I've talked about using the Home Depot card to liquidate it in order to get funding to bootstrap your business. Okay, so that's one of the things about the Citibank, that you can actually get qualified for one of their department store cards and liquidate that card. Now, I know some of you all, well, Houston, how do you do that? Well, just real quick, if you have a Home Depot card, say they give you a $1,500 card and you need about $500 because you're trying to buy a mystery box from, say you're trying to buy a mystery box from eBay or Amazon to resell those products. That being said, let's talk about Wells Fargo. Okay, now with Wells Fargo, they pull FICO 9. Okay, now I always told you that your FICO 9 credit score is the easiest to build up. All right, and they also report to Small Business Financial Exchange. They do not report to Dun Bradstreet. That information is populated over to Dun Bradstreet from Small Business Financial Exchange. Okay, so they do not report to Dun Bradstreet, just so that we are clear on that. Now, in terms of Wells Fargo card, you can get one of their Wells Fargo business card again because they're FICO 9. So with your FICO 9, it's much easier to build up the credit file, okay, because they have more flexibility. So with FICO 9, you can add rent history payments, you can add utility payments, you can add subscription payments to help build up your FICO 9 score in order for you to get qualified with a Wells Fargo card. Now, the last bank that's on the list that Grant Stevens was talking about, he was talking about Bank of America and about their fees and stuff like that on the personal side. And just a side note, when you are an entrepreneur and you have a business and you're banking, you can write off like the interest of the credit cards. You can also write off any fees, right? But on the personal side, you can't do that. That's the reason I tell you guys to always, if you're going to be banking with some of these major banks, is to make sure you have a personal account as well as a business account. Also, this helps with the data mining because the more accounts you have with these banks, the higher your opportunities to get access to more funding, even if you have challenging credit. Okay, so that being said, you have the Bank of America cards as well. Now, Bank of America, they pull Experian as well, Experian FICO 8. Okay, now in terms of who they report to on the business side, a Small Business Financial Exchange. All right, well, the thing about it is when Grant Stevens was talking, like I said, I 100% agree with him that in terms of you as an individual, as a personal side, yes, the banks really take advantage of you. Okay, now the flip side of that, but you have consumer laws on the personal side to protect you. On the business side, you don't have any laws to protect you. So if they charge whatever the double digits of a credit card or whatever, you can't challenge that or whatever. So you really don't have that many laws to protect you on the business side when you're getting a business credit card from these major banks. All right, so just keep that in mind. So this is Houston with three-way funding. If you don't know the difference between your FICO 8 and your FICO 9 score, click the link in the description, grab your real FICO score, and schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you. And by the way, there's Chuck.